Alright, this video kind of has two purposes. The first purpose is this is the second episode of my old gem series where I just go over some like older champions and you see their value in the game right now. And the second purpose is there's going to be a lot of new rank 5 tech characters with the new feature crystal coming out. There's Shocker, there's Vision, there's Ant-Man Future, and they're all great characters, right? But I feel like this is a good time to just show you like that Warlock is still an MVP and he's still just as good as you think he is, man. Warlock is still just so crazy good and I just love my rank 5 so much. This is a revisit video of my rank 5 6-star. This is my first ever rank 5 by the way, so yeah, I have a really like deep love for this character. I think he's so much fun to play. I think his utility is still absolutely cracked and I think he is just a crazy good champion still. And you can see right there, 100,000 heavy attack just end the fight. It is just so much fun with this dude. He is just so much fun to play. This node is the Infectious Wrath node, and literally it's in the name. Infectious Wrath, it is made for Warlock. Basically, whenever you like heal block the opponent and like they don't gain any health, you get a Fury passive, and also this has Never Back Down, where if you dash back twice, they get a regeneration passive. And Warlock has like crazy easy access to his infection, right? So you just get like a ton of Furies really fast, and that's how he's like the best option for this node pretty much. So yeah, it's just a very fun time. Here, drop the SP2, some nice crits there, but we're about to get even bigger crits on the heavy attacks if I decide to drop it. But yeah, even like non-crit, we're still doing a lot of damage. There's 43,000 mediums as well. I think here I drop a heavy attack, no crit unfortunately, but that's still 31,000 damage, which is pretty dang good. And yeah, this is just such a fun time with Warlock, man. He was made for this node pretty much. And now we have this Jubilee in the same node, and this is the best fight here by far. We just get it down so fast, and it's just such a fun time. Like, you can tell that Kabam still has a love for this champion and they still want him to be like, you know, relevant because he's the current attacker tactic in Alliance War. He's still like relevant in these 8.2 nodes, which is like the newest piece of content, right? They still want him to be like a top tier tech character, and he is, obviously, right? He's Warlock. So it's just like a very fun time for like us Warlock fans because he probably won't be a 7-star for a very long time. So I feel like he is a good rank 5 investment for sure. And yeah, that was 31 seconds, just absolute insanity, man. Now we have this node, which is like less tailored to Warlock, but he's still fantastic for it. This is the Titanium Thorns node, and also it's this one node where like they gain an armor up buff after the special attack, so like basically you will like get a lot of bleeds on you, right, if you're not immune to it. But thankfully Warlock has an armor up and he has natural immunity to the bleed, so you know he counters the node in 2 ways. So yeah, it's a pretty fun time. This also has Be Like Water, so you can't really parry, so the infection gain will be a bit slower than usual, but it's still a pretty fast gain. Like it only takes 20 hits, and like even less if you do like some blocked hits. Like Warlock, he's always had that practicality, right? His infection is so easy to access, you can refresh it very easily with the SP2 as well. There's just like no impracticality to this character, right? And he's just so simple to play as well. There's no like rotation to mess up. There's just nothing, man. There's just simple, just pure utility and pretty sweet damage as well. So yeah, Warlock, he is still just such an MVP, man. He's still so good. I think he is still a top 3 tech character in my opinion. I think it goes probably Ghost, Nimrod, and then Warlock just right there, number 3, because he's just so valuable. There's nothing about this guy that's bad in my opinion. His damage output might be like not top tier, but it's still like viable for his utility at least. And yeah, it's just like, I can talk about this guy all day, man. I love him so much. I'm so happy he was my first rank 5. I got a Tech 4 to 5 gem from Eternity of Pain, and I was a bit bummed at first, but then I just like, I watched his animations, I saw his like gameplay videos, and I was like, wow, I need this character at rank 5. So I took him up, and yeah, no regrets for me, man. He's such a good champion. So here I dropped the SP2. Some nice crits right there for sure. And then yeah, another crit right there too. And yeah, Immortal Hulk has a pretty beefy health pool and just, you know, like overall tankiness, but Warlock is still a great counter for him because, you know, his infection mechanics, so where Immortal Hulk like goes immortal, right? He'll get like a regeneration at the end, but we just block it out and degen him, so he just like dies instantly. It is really funny. You're gonna see it right here. But yeah, Warlock is just doing so well in this fight, man. He's immortal now, so we can just wait that out, and then once that's like the duration's done, you're gonna see what happens. So yeah, it's about to expire here. He gets the regen, but then he gets the degen, and he's heal blocked, so yeah, he just falls instantly. So yeah, that's pretty funny. And now we have this node, which is for a skill, like, it's for skill characters, right? But Warlock can still do it because he's that versatile. This is the Crimson Rage node. So basically, whenever the Unstoppable timer expires, like, they trigger a 4-second Unstoppable, but if they have Bleed on them, then it doesn't trigger at all. And there's also Bleed Vulnerability as well, so we can just do some nice damage there as well. And yeah, it's just a very fun time with Warlock. And he's not even, like, this wasn't even like a Warlock path, right? It's not made for him, it's made for skill characters, but he still does it very, very fast. So yeah, it's just a very fun time. And it's just like, he's so versatile, man. He has Armor Break, he has Bleed, he has the Heal Block, he has the immunities, he has the Power Control. He really just has it all for a champion, and it's like, what more do you want with the guy? He has armor up too. He just has so much going on for him. He has pretty nice damage as well. Like, this guy is still just an absolute MVP. I know the old Gem series is meant for like characters who maybe have fallen off a little bit, but this is an exception because Warlock hasn't fallen off in the slightest. He's still just, in my opinion, a top 3 tech character, and still just absolutely insane. And yeah, that was a very fast fight too. That was like 40 something seconds, which isn't bad at all. And now we have this Yellowjacket here. I can't stand Yellowjacket because he does like reverse your healing if you lyrical masteries. It's super annoying. He like has this passive where like every time he gets like a charge, it reduces the healing by a little bit, and it's just not a fun time. But Warlock, he's double immune, so we don't have to worry about that at least. And Warlock doesn't get willpower either, so there's something to worry about like our health being reversed at all. It's just nice, the robot with like no willpower thing, it's kind of, it has its pros and it has its cons for sure. Like, there's like a lot of debuffs to take advantage of. It can be pretty annoying, but like if there's a fight where like you get punished for healing, then that's where like it has a benefit, right? And this goes for all robots too. It's not just Warlock, it's just like all robots that have that. So it's like, it's a pretty cool feature, I guess, but I can see how it has its like cons as well. But yeah, this fight just went down very, very fast in like 40 seconds too, I believe. Now we have this path. This path is the stacking power path, and it's like parry vulnerability as well. And Warlock with parry vulnerability is just insane with the heavy attacks because, yeah, right there, 44,000 right off the bat. It is such a fun time. He's just like an absolute king for this because he just gets so much attack rating from the heavy attack. And they're like, nodes with heavy attack like increases are just crazy for Warlock because his heavy attack is 1 hit, and he also has massive crit damage rating as well. So yeah, it's just like the damage numbers are just insane. Like, once he gets going, it is so crazy, man. So yeah, here this is Infamous Iron Man, right? And Infamous Iron Man, he gets countered by Armor Break, and Warlock is an Armor Break character, which is pretty unique for a tech character, right? But it's still pretty dang cool. And this just like goes back to me saying Warlock is so versatile because he does things that are like meant for different classes, right? Skill class bleeds, so does he. Cosmic class armor break, so does he. It's just like really, really cool, man. And he, of course, he has like a lot of standard tech tropes like the armor up, the power drain, the heal block as well, but his is the best heal block in the entire game. So yeah, he just does things that are both really unique and also like just straight up the best. So yeah, it's just a very fun time, man. I can just sing his praises like all day if I wanted to, and I honestly do want to do that, but y'all will probably get annoyed by it, so I'm just gonna let it calm down for a little bit. But yeah, this fight going very, very well, and it's just a pretty easy time for him. And yeah, that was about like a minute, I think, which is not too bad for Infamous Iron Man because he's pretty dang tanky. Remember when I said that he goes crazy with heavy attack nodes to like increase the damage of heavy attacks? This is what I'm talking about. So this is a weapon disarm node. So basically we just interrupt their heavy attack, right? Then we drop our own heavy attack, and you're gonna see just how crazy this gets. Right there. Oh, okay, it's the next one, I think. I think it's the next one. Yeah, 100 I don't even know how much damage it was. That's like over 100k for sure. And we drop it one more time, and then yeah, that's just the end of the fight. As simple as that, man. It is just so funny. He is so crazy for these lanes. It is just hilarious. I think he's like the best option for it by far. No one does it that fast, man. No one does it that fast. And here we just drop another 154,000 heavy attack. It is just so crazy fun. And also, I think he's pretty good for Mephisto because his heavy attack does like push him away, so you won't like get aura damage, and he also has heal block as well. So like the last 30%, it just gets heal blocked, so you don't have to worry about that at all either. And then here we go, one more like 150,000 crit, and yeah, it's just so much. It's so funny, man. But yeah, that was just for fun. Now we have some Act 8 bosses to get into. This is Deadpool with Aggression Regen and Infectious Wrath. Infectious Wrath is just made for Warlock, so yeah, it's just a very easy time with him. He is, I think, the best option for this boss by far because he just does it so fast with like the node that's made for him. So yeah, it's just very, very nice. And now we can just let him heal up a bit because we can just get Furies off of that, and then once that's done, we just need to remember that it has inverted controls. I don't remember that, and then I get slapped right there. Doesn't matter though, we can just recover from that. And yeah, we're already hitting pretty hard now with the Furies built up. So we drop the first SP2, and yeah, it's doing some pretty nice damage. We get no crit there, unfortunately, and then I push him to SP2, which is very, very nice to deal with. But I got the dex surprisingly. Usually I can never dex it because it's just so many hits. But yeah, there we got the dex. Now we're doing some pretty nice damage, even though we have a ton on us. So yeah, it's just a very fun time. This guy's just going down super fast, man, so we're just absolutely chilling. Getting some nice crits there, like 17,000 on the medium attack, pretty dang solid, and it's just like all thanks to the Infectious Wrath node, and just his base crit damage. He's almost down. This has been a very quick fight, 31,000 on that hit, and yeah, it's just too easy for him, man. This node was just made for him, this boss was made for him as well. Like, no one does it better, and yeah, there we go. That was about like a minute and 7 seconds for 800,000 health, I think. It is just quite crazy. And now we have this Mr. Sinister boss who is also just made for Warlock as well. So this is Vigorous Assault and Arc Overload, so basically he'll just heal quite often, and then also like his base region as well is pretty annoying, but Warlock has his Infection, which heal blocks him, right, so there's just no worry there, and yeah, it's just a very simple time with Warlock once you get the Infection up. So it's going to be unblockable here, right, but then you can just go for parries when it's down, and then you'll get your Infection that way pretty easily. So yeah, right there he's infected now, so we can just power drain him consistently, and yeah, it's just... Now we're just chilling, man. Now it's just, easy Warlock times. And here we drop the SP2. This also has a return policy, by the way. So yeah, I got a bit worried here. But then the power drain just, drained him down to, less than 2 bars. So we can just, bait out the SP1. Or not, because I just chose not to and got impatient. But yeah, you can bait out the SP1 if you want. But yeah. Now from this point on, what the fight is just in our control. We are just, doing intercepts here, just trying to get as much damage as we can. And yeah, he is just going down pretty fast, man. It's quite fun. Here we drop more SP2. Hopefully some nice crits. Pretty good crits right there. And yeah, he is just going down fast, man. He's going down pretty dang fast. So here, we just bet the SP1 because the SP2 is so annoying to deal with because it has a concussion. And concussion is just so annoying. And it's like a full potency one as well. So it's like, you don't want to deal with that for sure. But here he's playing pretty passively, which is just annoying. I'm just trying to get a good fight time, man, and he's ruining it. But there I get completely unblockable. The power drain, though, drains him back to a bar of power, which is good. So yeah, I need to be careful there for sure. But then we drop one more SP2, and yeah, he's just almost down. We're just almost there. We're getting a nice crit right there, man. Pretty dang good. And yeah, the fight is pretty much over. 27,000 medium, and that just wraps it up. So yeah, minute 28 seconds, pretty dang good. And that's gonna be it for this revisit / just old gem video. It was a lot of things, right? This video had a lot of purposes, but yeah, let me know your thoughts on Warlock. For me personally, I feel like he's still just one of the best tech characters out there. He's so versatile, he has so much utility, and his damage output is still pretty dang decent. So yeah, I just love the guy so much, and so yeah, that's about it for me.